Welcome back to SportsZone. I'm joined by Cooper Lyday and Josh Ortega. And guys, we got to talk some MLB playoff baseball. It was an incredible series, both championship series, and now we are to the World Series. Dodgers versus Blue Jays it's going to be. But before we get into the World Series, I want to talk about what happened last night first. It was a wild game. The Mariners and Blue Jays, it was an incredible series throughout. Goes to Toronto, Game 7. And Josh, break it down for me.
I mean, this was a crazy game. Talk about Game 7. I mean, it might be the best two-word phrase in American culture. It was just phenomenal. Seattle looked like they were going to win all the way. Then bottom of the 7th, Toronto hits a home run, flips this game on its head. I mean, what a game, dude. I mean, it was almost a crime that they put Monday Night Football in that doubleheader with that 9 p.m. Kickoff time. That was weird. But, I mean, what a game for Toronto. They go back to their first World Series since the early 90s, so a phenomenal game up there, up north in Canada.
Yep, the Mariners were up 3-1 at that point, and then George Springer, man.
Questionable. He got hit with a pitch in Game 5.
Yeah, that was a bad one. He got him right on the kneecap. I was watching that game, and I'm like, man, maybe he doesn't return to the series. Instead, he's the one that ends the series. Cooper, what'd you see from Toronto and Seattle?
In my opinion, I just saw their resilience throughout Game 7 and the whole series. Down 0-2, they fought back. Down 3-2, fought back, and even in Game 7, like you said, they were down 3-1, and George Springer, he just came up clutch when they needed it most, and he led Toronto to that World Series.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got to say, the Mariners really put everything they had out there. Julio Rodriguez just had that home run there. He had a hit to lead off the game as well. He really locked in and was strong, but it wasn't quite enough. We saw Cal Raleigh here as well. Guys, Cal Raleigh was incredible. 65 home runs between the regular season and the postseason. He had 4 in this series. The Big Dumper did just about everything he could as he wields that trident to get this team to the World Series for the first time. But then this is the moment. George Springer bats that one all the way deep left field, and that one is gone. 4-3 at the bottom of the 7th, and that was all she wrote. George Springer, absolutely incredible play there. Like you said, coming off of an injury just a couple days before, and now, I mean, this is everything. The Mariners, they had never been to a World Series, and I think their fans thirsting for it finally thought this could be the time, but Blue Jays, George Springer squashed those hopes. So it will be Toronto against LA, and I got to mention the Dodgers now. What they were able to do to the Brewers in a 4-0 sweep, it was incredible. Cooper, start us off. What did you see from the Dodgers and the Brewers in that series?
First thing when the Dodgers series comes to mind is just dominance. Against the Brewers, they showed their depth in pitching and their dominant offensive power through Tyler Glasnow, Yamamoto, and of course the man of the series, Shohei Ohtani.
Yep.
And then through also offensive pieces like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, and they just showed how dominant the Dodgers have been this postseason, while being winning 9 of their 10 games so far this postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. You named those guys, and that was about half of the All-Stars the Dodgers have on that team, if I'm not mistaken. What they have is so much. I mean, just looking through that series and those 4 games, like you said, Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Shohei Ohtani, your 4 starting pitchers. Guys, how do you even compete with that?
You don't, and you just saw it with Milwaukee. I mean, Shohei was absolutely phenomenal in that final game. I mean, that first pitching series, you saw him on the mound. It looked easy. It looked like something you could do off YouTube. Honestly, at this point, if you didn't watch the game and somehow you waited all the way to the next day to watch the highlights, you probably thought this was AI. I mean, you probably thought it was some Sora stuff at the end of the day. But I mean, Shohei was just phenomenal, and this series was just dominance from the Dodgers. You kind of had them in like a mini World Series versus the Phillies. That was kind of a tough series for them. And then Shohei bouncing back after what was a rough start against the Phillies, and then 1 of 18, and then the really rough start against Milwaukee to start this series. But I mean, look at this. Boom. Just like effortless, like nothing. He did it like it was nothing all the way out to Chavez Ravine. I mean, Shohei is just proving he's not from this planet. He is just a complete alien, and you're seeing it against Milwaukee here. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, it was incredible what Shohei was able to do. I mean, we talk about some of the greatest playoff single-game performances of all time in baseball history, and I don't see how you can put anything over this. I mean, I know that the Dodgers, all the hype around them and Shohei Ohtani, but guys, it was on full display, and I was just amazed watching this game. I mean, I just almost couldn't believe it. We continue to watch through these highlights, but Shohei had 3 strikeouts in that first inning, and then he just kept it going all the way through 6. He pitched 100 pitches, no runs allowed, 10 strikeouts, and I mean, it was just dominance on the mound. And normally it's like, that's an incredible performance by a pitcher. But wait, guys, he's a hitter too. And he hits this one out of Dodger Stadium. Guys, I was waiting for it to land to see where it was. I think they said 469, but guys, I never saw the ball land, so I'm not quite sure. He gets every stitch of this baseball and hammers it out of the park. And guys, that's not even it. That's just 2 of the home runs. Cooper, looking at this performance in the Dodgers, how do you stop them, or do you?
I don't know if you can. Like, his performance is just like one word is historic. Like, he's been playing lights out in Game 4.
There's the last one.
Yeah,
Straight to center field.
I don't know if Toronto's going to be able to stop this. Like, he's just, like, he's on fire.
Yep. So the final line for Shohei, 6 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, no runs, 3 for 3 batting with 3 home runs, one of them being out of the park. It was incredible what he was able to do. But now we look at them, the Dodgers versus the Blue Jays. Toronto gets the team up north from Canada for the first time in 32 years. They are in the World Series, so some history for them. And it was funny just looking at the celebration, guys. I mean, when the Blue Jays won the championship series, they were going crazy. And then you see here, the Dodgers win it, and they're like, hey, guys, look, we're going to the World Series again. This is the reaction for winning a pennant, guys. This is a National League championship. And they're just like, okay, business as usual. But it's going to be interesting, guys. This is a different matchup than we saw last season. Definitely something. I think you have the roster of Vladdy Jr. You have a lot of weapons with the Blue Jays. Do you think they can put up a fight against LA?
It's hard with this pitching rotation. That's really where it's going to be. I mean, Vladdy Jr.'s been good this entire postseason. I think the Dodgers go away from him and try to avoid him at the end of the day with this rotation. It's really deep, and I do worry about the guys under him, just how effective they can be, just because he's been so good. It's almost fitting because obviously his dad played for the Montreal team. Now he's taken a Canada team much farther than that Montreal team ever did, so it's almost fitting in that way. But I don't know. This Dodgers team is like the Avengers right now, and I just don't think you can stop them.
Yeah.
Like you said, the Dodgers. I don't know if Toronto's going to be able to defeat them, because I don't know if they're going to let Toronto like gasp for air if they fall behind like the Seattle Mariners did. And if they get too far behind, I think the Dodgers are just going to press on the gas pedal and just keep on going and not look back.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. It's going to be difficult, but like you said, the only way is for, I think, Toronto to get ahead of the series. Yeah. They have to start off strong, steal some wins in LA, and get something going. Josh, what is it going to take for the Blue Jays defensively to slow down this lineup of, I mean, we talk so much about the pitching. We got to mention their bats as well.
I think just getting into a rhythm. I mean, they start the series at home. That's the best thing,
yes.
right? They don't have to go all the way to LA. That's going to be huge. The Dodgers are coming off a week, right? They're going to start on Friday. They basically ended their last series on Friday. So I think the big thing here is just kind of getting into a rhythm early on and then keeping the Dodgers, make sure you keep up with it at the end of the day. That's how it's going to be. You're going to have to try and take advantage as much as you can. So, but this Dodgers team has become the villain, and I really like this Dodgers team. So it's going to be definitely a tough ask for the Blue Jays in this series.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to watch. And then from a pitching standpoint, we talked about how much depth the Dodgers have. And their ability to go deep in games is what we saw really dominate that Brewers series. Cooper, how do you think Toronto's pitchers will be able to match up and try to match the energy of these Dodgers greats?
They just need to get on a rhythm like you were talking about. They just need to be consistent and just gain on momentum how they played on yesterday. And hopefully they can just hold off players like Shohei Ohtani. I don't know if that's possible, but we'll see.
Yep, we will have to see. And guys, before we finish this up, let's predict it. Josh, how are you seeing this one going?
You know, there's a quote in Scarface where Al Pacino talks about, you know, becoming the villain. That's the bad guy. Say goodnight to the bad guy. The Dodgers are the bad guys. I don't see them letting off the gas anytime soon. I'm going with LA. I have to go with LA. How can I not?
Okay, Cooper?
Yeah, I have to agree. I'd say LA in about 5 or 6 games.
Yeah. Hopefully this goes to 7 for everybody's sake in baseball, but the Dodgers probably in 6.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, I want to say so badly the Blue Jays. And I think if the Mariners were in this, I might have gone with them just because of the story of everything. But the Blue Jays, they deserve to be here. They earned this right. And I still think the Dodgers win at 6. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of this series. I mean, I love what the Blue Jays have. What Vladdy's been able to do has been incredible, but I just don't think it's enough when you're facing this type of gauntlet. But it's going to be very exciting. That starts October 24th. We'll be watching. But now we're going to move on and talk some UNT football.